Are we there? Are we there? Oh!
Wait, can you hear me? Can you
Yep.
hear me? Can
Yep.
you see me?
Yes. I can see you.
First and foremost, let me say this, man, because the whole time I'm sending you the requests. You hit me up, I hit you up. We said we was ready to do this. First and foremost, let me just say this in our return to R&Z Live. Izzy Tech Solutions, I need you to relax a little bit because the live stream, I assure you, has not even started yet. We haven't done this shit in like 6
Yeah.
months. Give us a goddamn break on our R&Z Live return. Like say welcome back or some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Guess who's back, man? We back. We back.
Damn.
Man, it's been a minute.
Yeah, man.
Been a minute.
I had the jitters a little bit, man. I was watching some of our old episodes earlier this morning. I was like, hold on, man. I was like, dude, can we still even pull this shit off? It's like the Expendables, man. Whenever we take too much time off, it feels like it's been like too fucking long, bro.
Nah, I feel that, man. You know, and part of it was on me. You know, I'll be honest. October came around, and I wasn't feeling it. I was gonna call it quits on everything. I was just gonna call it quits.
Bro.
And that's when I messaged you about that. You know what I mean? Like,
let's both have a moment of of transparency, like with ourselves and with our listeners, because I like when we be telling each other life be life, and bro, we get those moments, man.
Yeah.
Like we get those. You're not alone, but I kind of looked at it. I was like, all right, I won't say anything unless he say anything. So if he doesn't say anything about it, and I know in my heart that we keep this shit going, I was like, fuck it, man. We've been doing this shit for way too long. It's gonna be a couple hiccups. Yeah. You know, it's gonna be a couple speed bumps in the road. But I'm like, nah, man. Like people seem to love this shit when we stream. We love this shit when we stream. So I'm like, why the fuck not? You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to make sure I was on my A game. I wasn't on like too much CP time when we returned to the show this time around. I was like, yeah, I gotta let's make a good fucking comeback here.
Yeah, no, man, and I'm with it, dude. I'm happy that we're back, and it's been a minute, and so I think we owe it to our listeners. Like, look, man, like life been lifing, and it's been a rough couple of months for me, just mentally, and so I wanted to quit, and I wasn't happy when I wasn't doing anything, and I had no outlet. So, for me, I just wanted to do this. I went back, and I went viral by accident on TikTok. And I was like,
oops. It's like, oops, I remember now.
I was like,
she said I went viral by accident.
Yeah, because it wasn't even a good video. That's what's crazy. It wasn't even a good video, and I was stuttering and this and that. The one thing that made it go viral is that I said Shadas was better than Belly, and then everyone in the comments was flaming me, dude. I'm like,
it's true. It's true, though. It's true.
Thank you.
True. Like, listen, people, y'all can fight me on that. Like I just said this probably like I don't remember like a couple months ago or something like that. I had posted something about Belly, and I'm like, Belly, I think at the time when it came out, like everybody in our age bracket was kind of it was kind of like it was new to us. It was a brand new thing, and it was cool seeing all the rappers on screen together and all the familiar faces. What was it? Not Lil X. Hype Williams. Didn't Hype Williams?
Yeah.
The guy that was behind everybody's videos back in the day. It was cool to see, but then you watch it now and it's like, this really is a long ass music video. There's no story to it. There's no good. You can go into it for the acting, but if you do, you're gonna be disappointed. But Shada's, the acting is suspect in Shada's, but I think the story is way better. Like it's just way better structured overall as far as a movie.
What makes Shada's better, in my opinion, is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. That it's not too serious. Belly takes itself way too serious for it to be the kind of hit movie that it wants to be. You know what I mean? And then it goes into like this conspiracy, this like left turn. I'm like in the third act, I'm like, I don't know if I buy that. And I get where Nas was trying to go with and say something, but Nas is not a strong writer in that sense. He's a strong writer when it comes to music, but when it comes to like writing a story and script wise, it's not that good.
Nah, it's I mean, like if I had to do my top 10 like hood movies ever, like Belly, like I feel like Paid in Full gets more. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of Paid in Full when it came out, and I remember rewatching it a couple years after, and I was like, yeah, I missed out on the first train of how good this shit actually was. I don't know. Belly, if it is in my top 10, it's like smack dead 10. But even if it's in my
like
top
10.
10,
Okay, let's
there's a
just say
lot.
what 10 what 10 what gangster movies, 10 hood
Like just
movies.
top
What?
10. If you talk about like top 10 hood movies, like if you talk about like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, New Jersey Drive, you could put it's certain Blue Hill Avenue. Sugar Hill is more of like a gangster movie, like a black gangster movie. Sugar Hill's like kind of along the lines of Hoodlum,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Yeah, like even Hood. I feel like I would put Hoodlum in my top 10 hood movies before Belly. To be honest, Belly's not. Like watching it now, it's not all that. It's okay. It's all right. Like from a stylistic point of view, it's all right.
Yeah, and this is what I was trying to say too. In my response to it is like people in our age bracket that grew up, like it was cool. Like you to your earlier point, like it was cool to see Nas, DMX, and Meth and all them in a movie. Like that was awesome. But when you watch it now, it is not great.
Cali Ramirez said, "You Got Served" was better than Belly. God damn! Like, hold up, man. Yeah, because the acting in both of those movies is atrocious, man. Like, I wanted to do "You Got Served" a couple months ago, and I was like, "This is gonna be rough. Like, I'm gonna need something strong for this shit because." The dialogue is so fucking like not even the dialogue, it's the performances are just so cringeworthy in that shit, man. I mean that's debatable. That could be one of the polls you put up. It's like what do y'all like better? You Got Served or Belly?
Oh god, bro, it'd be a massacre. Everyone would say "You Got Served" was better.
Yo, also we got some of the. I don't know how fast we've opened up with movie news. I don't know if you've seen what I've seen as far as movie news concerning a big slasher franchise with another sequel on the way. We just got the craziest news ever, and I don't know if it confirms something that you said episodes ago, like over yonder, but this shit, I saw this literally maybe like 30 minutes before we jumped on the stream, and I was like, I put that down on my movie news list, and I was like, this is going to mean one of two things, and this is either going to make or break your fucking sequel. And there's a lot riding on this sequel, but the shit that they just announced, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. I just saw it. I just saw it before we got on the air. I just saw it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you really going to go that route? And for those of you that are not in tune with the movie news, we're talking about Scream 7.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We are talking about the resurrection of one Dewey Riley.
Ooh, man. Yeah, this is a make or break situation right here, bro.
I think
it
this
really
is already broken. You already brought back Matthew Lillard, and I'm like, what?
Matthew Lillard, Scott Foley? Scott Foley? Matthew Lillard, Scott Foley. You know, they don't. I think it goes without saying. Billy Loomis, what's his name? Skeet Ulrich has been in the last 2 Scream sequels. I think it goes without saying he'll come back, but I don't know how much of a purpose it'll serve now. I mean, he's obviously connected to Sydney, but it served more of a purpose with the flashbacks because Sam is fucked up in the head, but she's not in it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. At this point, I'm waiting for the news to be like, you know, Jamie Kennedy's coming back, or fucking Melissa Barrera has been rehired, and you know, Jenna Ortega jumped. I'm like, listen, at this point, just go for broke. Just go for broke, man. Like I don't know what
like
y'all.
They're trying to create their own little Sinister Six with Ghostface. Bring back Laurie Metcalf and Timothy Olyphant while you're at it.
Why not? Tim Oliphant was in that. They showed a little glimpse of him in that Alien Earth teaser. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but he's got like this platinum white hair in Alien Earth, and I'm like, all right, it looks pretty futuristic. I don't remember what his role was in Star Wars, but it looked like something out of that. But yeah, he's in Alien Earth, but why not bring him back? You know, this shit is this fucking Scream news, man. This has been like the craziest craziest casting news that I've been keeping up with in a minute, yo. Like it's getting a little, like, I'm not gonna say it's getting messy. It's just getting a little.
Yeah,
It's getting a little wild.
Jasmine, and then Mason came on board. I think 3 weeks ago before his movie came on.
Yeah.
I'm like,
did you see Hard Eyes?
yes, I did enjoy it. I actually liked it. I thought it was a really fun time.
I was like, yo, between this and Thanksgiving, like, we can, like, keep doing this, the holiday theme shit. Like, we can bring back the 80s when the 80s was doing holiday theme shit back to back. I was like, I liked it. It doesn't, you go into it and it's like, you know, they're playing this up for laughs pretty early on. So I'm like, all right, I can get with that. And shout out to Jordana Brewster. Just because.
So let me ask you. So spoilers for Hard Eyes. If you don't want to hear spoilers for Hard Eyes.
Spoilers for Hard Eyes if y'all have not seen this shit yet.
Fast forward 5 minutes. If you're live, just turn it down and we'll go like this when we're done. What'd you think of that reveal?
All right, the reveal. I said it was a couple things. How I felt about the reveal. At first, when they revealed that first guy, I was like, what? I was the same way that the main two characters was. I was like, who the fuck are you? And I'm like, wait, did we see him in the beginning? Did I miss something? I wasn't sure. But then as he's explaining it, you get the reveal of Jordana Brewster, and then they're kind of like a couple. And I'm like, Jordana Brewster, I kind of dig it because she's got like this hot MILF shit going on with the serial killer thing. I've never seen her in that role. I said, listen, I'm digging it. And I'm digging like the way all her mannerisms were. It's kind of like when characters from Scream reveal themselves and they have this just quick personality change the moment up. I liked her in it. And then you had the third guy, and I'm like, okay, was he like the fall guy or whatever the fuck was going on? I said it was a little messy, and I didn't see it coming, but I respect them because if Scream 7 had plans on being the first slasher to have 3 killers, Hard Eyes just beat you to it. Yeah, they just beat you to it. They just broke some ground. They just broke some ground, and they had the guy who's about to be in the next Scream sequel. Another thing I said to myself, I'm like, if Mason Gooding survived Hard Eyes and he's going to be in part 2, he's not surviving Scream 7. You're done. You're done, dog. You're not. They're not letting the black guy rock out in two franchises, man. As much as I would love to see that happen, it's not going to happen, dog. It's not going to happen. But the reveal, it was a little. I was like, okay, this can kind of get messy, but the third act, it was kind of a cool third act, so I let it slide a little bit. But it was wild.
I didn't really kind of like the third act. I didn't really like the reveal. I was kind of like, I'm Dave from IT. Like, I thought, to me, that was the funniest shit ever, and they should have just left it at that, because like it would have played up the fact that, oh, he was just some lonely dude and he was just killing couples who were jealous. But then you see Jordana come out. I'm like, really? It's like the whole Mikey Madison and Jill Roberts thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I just wanted to be a part of something, and that was kind of weird. Where she was like, "Yeah, this is our kink. Everybody's got their kink," and it's like, you could have just went on like you could have just got some therapy or some shit. You just were killing people for no fucking motive at all. Like, this is no real motive. I mean, it kind of. Depending on who you ask, they can look at it like, oh, that makes it a little scarier because everybody's up for grabs, and it's like, yeah, kind of, but I'm like, when y'all just got a kink, y'all just some freak ass killers at the end of the day. I don't know, but it was like Mason Gooding and Olivia Holt. I laughed my ass off at them in that movie, yo, like, because they tried so hard to make sure that they were not seen as a couple, so they didn't get killed. But the killers didn't even give a fuck at that point. Like, they just kept coming after him. This shit was hilarious, man. That movie, like, it was pretty good, man. My expectations were met for the most part. The beginning, that girl was stupid as hell in the beginning. The girl that got shot in the foot with the arrow.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? And then she went into like that trash compactor, whatever the fuck it was, or it was like a wine thing. They were at like a vineyard or something. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, what are you doing, yo? You earned that death.
Yeah, she did.
But it was solid though. I like Hard Eyes was pretty good. I was not disappointed.
Yeah, Chris Landon did the script. He did Happy Death Day 1 and 2.
Right, man.
He also did another movie. Well, he's also dropping another movie in April, Drop. So, like, with Chris Landon, you see the humor, you see Freaky. Yes, that was the one.
Freaky Happy Death Day, and funny enough, he was in talks to direct Scream 7. Remember that shit? I mean, it all worked out for him though. And I'm listening, Chris Landon. If you ever get to watch this episode, man, we need you on the show because I need to know what's going on with that Arachnophobia remake because he was supposed to direct that shit too.
God.
He was supposed to direct that shit too. He was.
I think that was a Blumhouse movie too, right? That was another Blumhouse movie, huh?
Yeah, the good thing about that is Blumhouse, they make their movies cheap, so they would have no choice but to use real spiders again in that first movie. Like they're not gonna kick out money and CG all them spiders. So yeah, make them shits practical or make them little puppets, little
like
get the puppeteer.
Have you seen Infested?
Of course. Oh my God! Listen,
the French movie with all those spiders and shit, and that hallway sequence, bro, that is one of the most intense sequences that I've ever seen, bro. It had my skin crawling.
Yeah, Infested people. If y'all have not, it is this generation's arachnophobia. Like I feel like Kingdom of the Spiders kind of had the upper hand in the 70s. Then Arachnophobia jumped on board in the 90s. If you like silly shit, you got Eight-Legged Freaks, and then Infested came in. Like the French came in and said, "Fuck all this silly." Goofy comedic nonsense. We're going right at y'all necks in this. That shit, yeah, that hallway sequence. I said it, I did like a video on TikTok of that sequence, and I said I would have just set myself on fire and just ran down the fucking hallway. Because there's no way you're walking down that hallway just regular. I'm going to put some blankets on myself, light myself on fire, and just run the fuck down that hallway. Because nah, man, they had that whole apartment on lock. The whole thing.
They did. Holy shit, man. They were in the vents, the hallways, the sinks, the plumbing. God damn, bro.
Yeah, you remember when the janitor, when she went up in the vents to like spray around or some shit, that shit just jumped on her face and she fell down. I'm like, oh no. That's enough.
It's over. No, it's over.
There's no way, man. Yeah, Infested, people. If y'all have not seen Infested, I promise y'all, it is a hell of a time. I put Infested on my I was making a list of I'm like, these will make for good intox commentaries. No, I didn't put Infested on there. I'm lying. I put Arachnophobia at the top of my list because I'm like that'll make for a good one. Jumping all over the place. We need more.
Brain Dead will be a good one. Brain Dead will be a good one.
Brain Dead?
Yeah, or Dead Alive.
Like Dead Alive?
Yeah.
Did I put that on? I don't think I put Brain Dead on my list. Oh. Yo, man. Yo, it's Peter Jackson, yo. Humble beginnings, yo. Matter of fact, I was telling my sister, because she likes horror shit. She loves horror shit, but I told her, I was like, if you need an outrageous movie to watch Dead Alive. I said, me and my cousin years ago put that on for some girl, and she almost threw up watching it. Like, we had just ordered all this Chinese food, and she was like, yeah, I want something crazy to watch. I was like, okay. All right, sure. I said, I got you. And we put on Dead Alive, and we didn't even make it past that the dining room table scene. Remember when they're all eating like lunch and shit at the dining room table? That shit, oh God. Ooh-wee. Ooh. It's all bad.
I've never eaten clown chowder after that scene, bro.
Oh, it's so fucking man. It's so fucking disgusting, yo. There's no way. There is no way that guy didn't know. Who wasn't it? The guy who lifted up the spoonful and it was an ear inside of it or something like that. Yeah, there's no way you don't know that's happening.
He must have been really into it, bro. Really into it.
There's no fucking way. Jesus Christ.
Holy.
Yeah, Dead Alive. Yeah. That would make for a good intox commentary. Yo, Dead Alive. I already did Planet Terror, but I was like, I might have to revisit that shit because that's another splatter. I looked up a list. I was like, what are the goriest? Because I try to push the envelope sometimes. I'm like, what are the goriest movies out there? And somebody, it was an IMDb list, and somebody said Tokyo Gore Police or some shit like that.
That movie confuses tentacle porn with gore. It's crazy, bro.
Tentacle porn.
It is like it is a live version of hentai, bro, with like super uber violence. If you're able to watch a hobo with a shotgun, Tokyo Gore Police takes that like 4 steps above it.
Oh man, yeah. Because I was about to say, Hobo with a Shotgun was I mean, it was what it was. The only reason I watched that is because I remember me, you, and Miss Moise did when y'all first had me on the show, and we did
Fried Berry.
not fucking hardcore Henry
Fried
what the
Berry.
fuck was it called? Fried Berry, that was it. And Fried Berry and fucking Hobo with a Shotgun, they're kind of like the same sleazy, gory, like gritty style of filmmaking.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the reasons why I wanted to watch that new. Did you see the new Street Trash remake? I don't know if it's a remake or a sequel. I didn't watch it yet.
No, I haven't watched it yet either. I got I have a 7-day trial for Screenbox, so I'm gonna activate that and watch that shit.
I watched like the opening sequence where they're testing the shit out on the first homeless guy or whatever the case may be. But they said it's a sequel. They said that it somehow ties into the first movie, but it's just a modern, like a modern sequel that follows after the first one. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, I'm not gonna go back and watch the first one to figure out the story. That was rough.
That was a crazy fucking movie, bro. Like, I remember watching that movie on lockdown, bro, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
y'all really
You
did
suggested
that
that shit to me too, man. You suggested that shit too, and was like, yo, man, this movie's crazy. And the whole time I'm watching, and I'm like, this shit is insane. Wasn't that a trauma movie?
No, that wasn't a trauma movie. That's what's crazy about it.
It should have been. It should have been like that was like the cousin of Kaufman or somebody over there at Trauma.
It had to be.
That was somebody that was
Because it had the same kind of tone and vibe and everything, man.
Yeah.
It's like I watched
that
with The Stuff, and I was like, dude, that is a crazy double feature.
Oh, the Stuff, is that a Trauma movie? The Stuff?
That's not a trauma movie either. I think both those movies were financed by like the mob or something.
The Stuff is so. Like, I remember going back and watching it. I was thinking it was going to hold up as good as The Blob does. And the stuff, like, it's got social commentary and it's got, like, some okay moments, but it does not hold up well. Like, I went back and watched The Blob a couple nights ago, and I was like, these effects are still... Yeah. Like, Chuck Russell killed that fucking... he killed that fucking movie, man. Like, I don't know what they were going to do with that remake, but I, like, topping the new remake, I don't know what they were going to do with, but topping the 88 one... I don't know, like, you got your work cut out for you with that one.
Because the Blob would be all like CG. It'd be like, it would be special effects. It looked like the fucking thing. You remember in Guardians 2?
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, remember part 2 where Ego had like hit those plants all over different planets, and when he activates them. Well, he activates
any of those movies, bro. I've seen the first one.
Really?
I saw the first one, but I can never make it past when they escape from the prison. Every single time I've tried to watch it, I can never make it past when they get out of that prison. The second one is like in the opening, Drax is inside of that. Isn't he inside of that creature and he's stabbing it up? Inside. I saw that part. And the third one, I was like, all right, the third one looks good. So I want to go back and watch the other two because the third one looks like it's going to have you like emotional as shit. So I was like, all right, I got to get into these somehow. And Vin Diesel just announced that it's a Groot solo movie coming out. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be excited.
I don't need that.
Listen, I kind of like scoffed at that shit because I'm like, I was like, I said, Vin Diesel, I love you, man, but nobody was asking for a Groot spinoff.
Yeah, they would rather have a Drax spinoff before a Groot movie. I'll tell you that right now. Or a Rocket Raccoon.
Vin Diesel announced today. He announced a whole bunch of. He said he's got Rock'em Sock'em Robots coming out. He's got a new Riddick coming out. He's got the Fast Furious coming out. He's got Groot coming out. He's got Triple X coming out again. He's got these and I forgot
who's giving
the New York
Vin Diesel the money? What the fuck?
Universal.
Like, what does he have on Universal?
Listen, what he has on Universal is the Fast and Furious franchise. Like the moment that they wanted him to come back for that, Vin Diesel. Like one thing I respect about him, when they wanted him to come back for that cameo in Tokyo Drift, he said, "Listen, I just need creative control over the Riddick character, and I'll come back." And he got put on as executive producer for the 4th movie, and so on and so forth. That is their cash cow. Like Fast and Furious is like Universal's biggest franchise next to Jurassic Park for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else is Universal. Mission Impossible is Paramount, I think.
Yeah, it'd be Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and they got another one coming out, and it's like there's way more Fast and Furious movies that have made way more money, unfortunately, than the Jurassic Park movies. And I say that because Jurassic Park was like, you can't let Fast and Furious franchise come in and just boss y'all up, but they did. They did. These motherfuckers got. I mean, Jurassic Park is on. I think this is about to be their 7th movie that's coming out.
Rebirth.
Yeah. And the more characters doing stupid shit, doing some shit that they don't have no business doing. It's a tragedy.
Oh God. I do not. I don't know. I have no hope in the next Fast and Furious movie.
You didn't like Fast 10, did you?
No, I did. I enjoyed Fast 10. I thought Jason Momoa was actually great in that fucking movie. Like he was like the best part of that movie. I like seeing Reacher at the end. I thought that was dope. But from what I'm reading and what they're gonna do with this next one, I'm like, what? I saw a rumor that says like, hey, what if like they Vin Diesel wakes up in Brazil and it was all a dream? None of it happened. I'm like, by the way that the set photos and the synopsis is playing out for part 2, it might just that direction because it's going back to street racing. I'm like,
yeah, and
what?
Honestly,
all because Fast 10 did not do what it was supposed to do at the box office, and Momoa's not even confirmed to be coming back. I don't even know.
He hasn't confirmed shit.
Yeah, and
the only people that have
Richardson hasn't confirmed he's coming back either.
Which one?
Reacher, the guy that plays Reacher. Alan Richards.
Yeah, the only people that have confirmed they're coming back have been Vin Diesel, obviously Michelle Rodriguez, Luda, and Jordana Brewster. They asked Jordana Brewster while she was promoting Hard Eyes, and she said that it's definitely in the works. They had footage and all of this shit. They want to bring it back home to LA. My thing is, I understand the gesture of we started this franchise in LA, the wildfires, and much love and prayers up to everybody that was affected by those wildfires. That shit was serious. And I get that they want to bring the franchise back home, full circle moment. But my thing is, we already, like, when they say they want to film the rest of the movie, I know they film movies in sequence. Like, they don't film movies in, like, chronological order, in the order of the scenes that we see them in. But when they say we're filming the rest of the movie in LA, I always think that they're going to film the 3rd act sequence in there. And we've already seen that shit. We've seen a 3rd act sequence in LA. The last time we saw it was Furious 7. So I'm thinking y'all going to go for a big ass set piece that takes place somewhere else where y'all have more to do. Because it's only but so many times I'm like, listen, 11, 12 fucking movies in or not. It's only but so much shit I'm going to watch y'all do in LA, in the streets of LA, and the cops ain't involved. They don't call in the National Guard and all of this shit. Like, you see in Furious 7, there was a fucking drone flying around, shooting shit up. They killed a couple cops. The drone was shooting up, blowing up cops, but it's like at some point somebody's going to be called in. The National Guard is going to be called, and then y'all got another problem on y'all hands. Like, but I get the gesture of it. I don't know what they're doing plot-wise. I just need all my questions answered. Like, we're not going to skip over the fact that everybody got separated at the end. The plane crashed with Roman and Ramsey and Tej and Han up in there.
And then you end it with Hobbs.
Exactly. And then Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel had that kind of like it was kind of like a weird moment they had where Vin Diesel said what's up to him at the award show, and I was like, are y'all cool? Or like, what's going on? Are y'all playing it off so we can get hype? There are certain things that have to be done in this last movie. Like, The Rock, why didn't Jason Momoa just come after him first? Like, they got to have a showdown. Is John Cena really dead? They got to explain how Gal Gadot came back to life. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit that they got to answer. I'm not playing with y'all with this last Fast and Furious movie. I'm not. Y'all better answer these questions.
I don't think they will though. I think they'll go. I think they'll do a Halloween and then just like be a separate timeline.
I'd be so mad. You said they said that he might wake up in Brazil.
He might wake up with Brazil and it was all a dream, and then
that would mean
back to LA.
That would mean you wake up and it's Fast 5.
No, you would wake up, it'd be Fast 4. Because everything after 5 would not happen. Or what was he in Cuba in 4? Where was he in 4?
Oh, they was in Dominican Republic when they was still in the oil. Then they was in LA, and then at the end of it, they was in Mexico in the 4th one with Braga. And then in part 5, they was in Brazil.
Yeah, so he'd probably be in the Dominican or in Mexico.
Listen, just don't.
I also saw another rumor that the 2 characters are coming back. What's his fucking name? The nerdy kid from the first one, and the other guy.
Jesse.
Yeah, the one that got shot up in the front lawn.
Jesse and Leon. Now, I don't know. Like Jesse, you go back and watch that first movie. He got killed for real. They hit him up with Uzis with silencers on him, I think, and like that's like his.
I don't think he got killed. I think he got hit on the shoulder.
He got hit up, and then you see Dom like holding his body, and then Dom goes in the car, and then him and Brian go chase the Tran brothers down. But I feel like deaths like Jesse's and Vince's kind of stick. Like when you die in an explosion or you fall off of something, that's like, oh, we can bring him back. When you get hit the fuck up like that, like Vince ain't coming back. Don't bring Vince back. He was dead. That motherfucker was dead, and I don't unless that motherfucker was Mike.
Again, if they go to a different timeline, they're all alive still.
Oh God, like I'm cool with spin-offs.
That seems to be like the popular way to like retcon fucking franchises' mistakes is by like ignoring everything else and saying, okay, this is a different timeline now.
I really hope the Fast and Furious does not do that because y'all been cool without it. They definitely got some continuity issues, but y'all are cool story-wise without that shit. This is a franchise that has not had to do a direct sequel yet, and they've been rocking since 2001. Like it takes franchises maybe like a decade for them to be like, all right, fuck all this other shit. We doing a direct sequel. Like it took I think Wes Craven might have been the first person to do some shit like that. When he did New Nightmare, he's like, fuck all that other shit. Like this is my movie. And I think that was like only 10 years later. New Nightmare was what, 94 or something like that?
94, yeah.
Yeah. And like 93, 94, something like that. Yeah, it was like 10 years later that it took to do that. Halloween, that was what, 81, and then they did H2O, that was a direct sequel. They did that 98. Yeah, it usually takes some time for the studios to be like, listen, we need to scrap all of this shit. Even Children of the Corn did that shit. I know how much you love that.
4 different times. 4 different times.
His favorite franchise, ladies and gentlemen. That shit, that was hilarious ranking that shit, man. That franchise is
God, man. That was like that was a dark day in this podcast's history.
We gotta rank the Puppet Master franchise next, bro.
Oh God, bro. There's like fucking 30 of those.
You know you said we gotta do like more viewer audience engagement? Yeah. People challenge us to listen. What if they said we had to either rank the Puppet Master franchise or the Amityville franchise? Yeah, Amityville. I don't know if we got that much time.
We would have to narrow it down to like maybe the top 5 worst in that franchise.
God damn.
And that's saying something.
That Amityville franchise is. I remember going on. I think I went on Wikipedia a couple years back because I did a trailer reaction for Amityville in space. Don't ask me why. I wanted to prove myself wrong. and I went on Wikipedia. I was like, God damn, they got Amityville in the hood, Amityville vibrator, like Amityville shark. Like y'all ought to be fucking ashamed of yourselves. That's crazy.
Amityville cocaine bear, Amityville meth gator. These are real movies, people.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't no way. Like, I would have to tell our viewers and our supporters, like, look, I love y'all, man, but ain't no fucking way. I'll gladly do Puppet Master before I even touch Amityville. I only go as far as 1, 2, and the remake. That's it. There's a Blumhouse one that I want to watch though. I think it's Amityville Awakening or some shit like that. And it looks like it's like this is like a jump scare type of bullshit movie. I was like, all right, cool.
I honestly think the first Amityville horror movie is boring as fuck. Honestly.
Agree.
And I think
Absolutely
the remake is just as boring.
You don't like the remake?
I don't like the remake either. It's just as boring too.
I was on board with you, man, because I watched the remake. I think last October, or was it the October before that? I can't remember. The first one, I do think it's okay. I love Josh Brolin and Margot Kidder. Rest in peace, shout out. I'm like, this movie's a tad bit overrated. Like the way that people hype it up, it doesn't really pack the punch that people like hype it up for me. Like at least for me.
You know what sells it though? It's the house. Like that's what sells the movie. It's those weird ass window eyes is what sells that movie. You know? And for the longest time I always confused the the Beyond with Amityville, which is the movie with the Jeffrey Rush and Barbara Crampton, and they find this thing from space, and he brings it, and it's like this lamp, and it turns everything purple, and it's a Lovecraft movie. It's fucking amazing. Yes, that one. Yes.
Yeah, I had his outcome completely spoiled for me online. Somebody just posted a picture of him. I'm just like, all right. And I think Tom Towles is in it from Night of the Living Dead. I've never seen it because I'm like Lovecraftian shit is an acquired taste. I got to put myself in it. It's like watching Cronenberg. I'm like, all right, man, let me get ready. Let me get ready because I know this is about to be on some bullshit.
But the movie's really horny, so it's like. So I mean, there's that.
This Amityville Awakening actually has a decent cast to it. Jennifer Jason Leigh is in it. Bella Thorne, McKenna Grace, Cameron Monaghan, Thomas Mann.
Wait. Did you just say this has a decent cast to it and then fucking proceed to mention Bella Thorne?
Yeah, because what is she in? I recognize her name. She's in something. She's in something good, right?
No.
What is she in?
No.
What is she in that's good?
Nothing.
She says she's got 124.
The only thing she was good in was in Assassination Nation but that's only because she got her fucking head caved in by the head cheerleader 30 minutes in.
She's in a lot of shit. A lot of TV she's in. It's something she was in and I fucking recognize her from. Which is why I even she's in Scream, the TV series, but I didn't get into the first 2 seasons. I was like, whatever. The Babysitter. She was one of the people in The Babysitter, and she was the crazy fucking cheerleader in that movie. That's what I like. That's what I liked her from. Yeah, I liked her in that. Like she was unhinged. She was kind of an airhead, but she was in on it. She's like, yeah, we got to get this this ritual over and done with. Now they got to make a third one.
I still haven't seen The Babysitter 2.
It's alright. It's okay. Jenna Ortega is okay in it. It's not as good as the first one. It's alright. Yeah. She's in it, man. She's in everything. Jenna Ortega's in everything. She's in everything, bro. Like I didn't even know she was in Iron Man 3. She's in everything.
Yeah, she was the president's daughter, I think. That's right.
Yeah, somebody posted that video, and I was like, yo, she been working for the longest.
Holy shit, man. Have you seen anything else? Like, have you, any good movies you've seen lately?
Bro, when we said Life Be life, and I have not had a chance. Like Hard Eyes, I was lucky enough to catch Hard Eyes, but I haven't seen Captain America: Brave New World yet. I haven't seen it was something else I saw, like, and I cannot fucking remember what it was. It was a Keke Palmer and SZA movie. One of them days I saw that was pretty good. That was like the female kind of version. They tried to do like a next generation female version of like Friday, where all of these mishaps, these comedic mishaps happen in one day. And Cat Williams is in it. Janelle James is in it. It's all right. It's pretty good. But I have, like, as far as like the big shit, I'm still playing catch up for the most part. I'm looking to see what actually came out to see if I missed anything or not.
Wolfman.
I did see Wolfman. I did see, and I meant to review it, but I was going
to follow that up and say, well, that's a movie you could miss.
So you ain't like Wolfman.
I didn't like Wolfman. I was like, nah, this doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me.
Nah, that ain't it.
Not it. Like, motherfucker, you gonna look like a wolf on top of that.
On some real shit. What did you? Because I had some gripes with it, but I feel like I might have enjoyed it more than you did. Like, what did you? Okay. Now, I feel like a lot of people's complaints were the same thing. Okay. Kind of. Sort of.
So here's my big fucking issue. I hate when a movie tells me I'm stupid. And this movie tells me I'm stupid in the first fucking 5 minutes. That's why. So at the beginning of Wolfman, there is a text crawl of useless information. None of it comes into play into the movie or during the movie. None of this, the Native Americans, all that, how they left that in, say, oh, the Native Americans called this the something, but it translates to like wolf face or the face of the wolf. That didn't come into fruition. It says 1995, a man in the backwoods of the Oregon Trail went missing, and he hasn't been seen since. I don't need none of that.
Yeah, they definitely didn't explain any of that shit.
Exactly. But see, that's
that shit. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, wait, that was in the movie. I was like, yeah, they didn't even touch on none of that shit.
But all that information that was on that text crawl was revealed later when the dude was on the radio talking to his buddies, like, oh yeah, I found it, this and that, blah 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 blah. Like, so right off the bat, the movie's already saying like I'm stupid, like I can't follow what's going on with this simple fucking movie. Fuck you, Lee Wynell. That's all I'm gonna say.
He said it. I did not.
Yeah, I'll stand on 10 toes. Like, why did you do that? Why'd you do that? Because you made me feel stupid. And that's like a triggering thing, is making me feel stupid about something. Honestly, that movie, like right off the bat, pissed me off. I didn't care for Julia Gardner's performance. I felt she was one note throughout, and there was nothing about her that made me want to see her survive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't hate her, but like she's just blank. It like it's a card. You know what I mean? It's a plywood. It's like there's nothing there. There's nothing. No depth.
She's gearing up for. She was probably in character, getting ready to play Silver Surfer. So she's like, yo, like, see,
right,
I have to be Doug Jones' version.
Yep.
Yeah.
You might be onto something. I did not care for the Wolfman makeup. It just reminded me of the Jack Nicholson movie.
It did. Absolutely. Yeah, it did.
Like, this
it was nothing that we really haven't seen before.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the movie, like, I didn't get a chance to review it or, like, even do a video for it. I gave it, like, a 7.5 out of 10. And I gave The Invisible Man a 7.5 out of 10. The Invisible Man, I had to go back and watch it and kind of appreciate some shit they did, right? And I'm like, all right, Lee Wynell is hopefully going to, overall, I want you to go 2 for 2, but I want this to be better. Like, the Wolfman effects, like, if you bring him back and he's even more transformed, I get why you did it subtly in the first one.
Yeah.
But, like, other than him, like, snapping his own jaw down and like his mouth, like, protruding out like that, like, some of the, some of the effects on the main guy, I'm like it looks kind of shiny. Like I feel like at this day and age we should be a lot better with practical effects. It wasn't terrible, but it just wasn't great, and it definitely reminded me of Jack Nicholson's version of Wolfman. But I'm like are we? How long until we take him out of the anti-hero shit? Because you want to make us scared of him, but he's on the fucking the roof of the greenhouse and he's still trying to help them out. Like I can appreciate that. Really the only thing that was keeping me super locked in, the look of the movie is great, and the father-daughter relationship, I was like, all right, that was kind of personal. Like I guess just me being a parent, I was like, okay, the fact that this little girl is still seeing her dad in this fucking monster was kind of messed up.
And the way they set up how she was able to read his mind, and then she does it at the end, I thought that was actually a really great touch. Like that was really great. You know what I mean?
That was wow.
To me, I don't know, man. I didn't care for it. It didn't do nothing new, and it didn't push the werewolf genre any further or any far. It's like he watched The Fly and said, you know what? What if instead of a fly, it's a dog?
That's something a lot of people said. They said, is it a wolf man or is it a dog man? I don't know. Like I liked it for the emotional stakes, if anything. It wasn't really scary. Like they had like one or two jumps in the movie that got me. Like when they first saw that thing standing up on two legs in the middle of the road when they crashed the truck, and they had no business crashing the truck like that. They just swerved and panicked. Like that was a nice little jump. And it was cool seeing, like it was kind of sympathetic seeing his transformation, but it is like it's more of a body horror movie than it is a Wolfman movie. Yeah. Like that's one of the things I told my sister. She wanted to see it, and I was like, look, it's not, oh, the full moon's here, I transform, I fuck some people up, I don't know what I did in the morning. No, this takes place in one night, and you're going to watch him go through this entire transformation.
Which is something that I do appreciate. Like, that's something I do appreciate, that it took place in one night. Like, I do appreciate that aspect of it. I don't know, man. I was just expecting something, I don't know if something different or something new is right, but I guess something entertaining, rather.
I mean, well, they've got, I don't know, maybe he'll do like Frankenstein next or some shit. Well, they already got a Frankenstein movie coming out. Maybe he'll do like I don't know, the son of the Wolfman or some shit, or daughter of or he's got to do invisible. It's going to have to be the invisible suit lady's baby. Because remember, she was pregnant. She was pregnant at the end. And it's like, okay, you walked off with his suit in the bag, so you're going to be pregnant wearing the invisible suit. I don't fucking get it, but whatever, I guess. But they got a chance to maybe try this dark universe thing again. I just hope they get it right. I just want them to get it right, man. Monster Squad did it in one film.
Who did it in one film?
Monster Squad.
Oh yeah.
They just did it in the 80s at that. They just said, yo, here y'all go. We got these kids in the mix who are pretty cool. We got all the throwback elements to these creatures that y'all want, and we're going to put it all in one fucking monster mash of a movie. I said, yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. What you got? You about to?
Where is it?
So you about to pull something up?
Where is it? Oh my god!
Out the archives, you about to pull something up?
Oh my god, where is it? Oh no! Oh, here it is. Here it is. Remake this motherfucker.
Dracula 2000. Listen, I like Dracula 2000.
Me too.
Dracula 2000. If you, it would have to be like Dracula 2025.
Yeah,
you could,
or Dracula 3000, or no, make it Dracula 1990, bro.
A period piece, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Wait, you never saw Dracula 3000?
No, I never saw Dracula 3000. I didn't even watch a sequel to that movie. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. Once they casted fucking Rico Strong, bro, as the lead, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Dracula 3000 makes Dracula 2000 Part 2 look like a masterpiece, to be honest. Now, I haven't seen all of Part 3 with Rutger Hauer. They just kept changing Dracula actors as the movies went along and said, fuck it. But Dracula 3000's got Casper Van Dien.
Yeah, Johnny Zuko.
Coolio. Debo rest in peace, shout out to both of them. Who was the main girl? Was that the girl of Erica Earnhardt or the girl she was the little girl in E.T., the one that Elliot grabbed and the music played when they were letting all the frogs out of the fucking. She was in Bordello of Blood.
Oh, Angie,
she was the one that, is that her name?
Yeah, that's her name.
She was the one that Dennis Miller. That's his name, right? Dennis Miller.
Yeah, Angie Everhart.
Yeah, she's in there. Yeah, it's awful. It's like there's horror movie franchises that have taken their people to space that are way better than Dracula 3000. It is terrible. It is awful.
Leprechaun in Space was pretty good. I just want to say that.
Leprechaun in Space is hilarious. Jason X is hilarious. I want to go back and appreciate Hellraiser Bloodline, but Dracula 3000 is fucking ass. It is awful, yo. I'm looking at the picture now. Like, they got Dracula with the fucking flipped up collar, like the old school collar. It just looks silly. It looks stupid. It looks ridiculous, yo. This shit is like there's no way.
Collar? What?
Look on. I swear to God, Google Dracula 3000 and look at this actor, yo. He's got the flipped up collar. He looks like one of the nuns from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Like he looks fucking ridiculous. This shit is insane, man. Like, I forgot just how dumb this movie really was. And only reason I watched it because it was on Sci-Fi, and I was like, what? I said, oh, they put it in space. I love Dracula 2000. Let's see what we can get now. I hadn't seen Dracula 2000 Part 2 at first. I saw this one first, and I was like, yeah, let's get it. And I watched it on Sci-Fi one afternoon, and I'm like, this is a waste.
Yeah, you just wasted your afternoon. Shit.
Yeah, this shit was terrible, man. And it's like, it's a concept. I'm like, okay, even if it was entertainingly bad, I could have rocked with it, but it's just bad. It's just terrible. Super cheap too. Super cheap. Like Casper Van Dien is basically there. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? They're like, just be Johnny Rico. It's like, gotcha. That's all I know how to do at this point in my career.
You don't want me to throw in a little bit of Tarzan or nothing like that?
He was Tarzan too?
Yeah, he was Tarzan right after Starship Troopers.
You lie.
I swear to God,
bro. Hold on. Because I need Casper Van Dien to cut it the fuck out, man. Now, I did like his interview. He did an interview on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and I was like, I like Casper Van Dien.
Is that the Inside of You or something like that? Yeah, I watched his
podcast. He gets a lot of, like, his friends, his contact list of friends that are famous is fucking crazy. And he does good interviews on there, too. Oh, he played Johnny Cage?
In what?
Mortal Kombat Legacy.
The Machinima TV show?
The web series, or like, whatever it was, the TV series website. Yeah, he played Johnny Cage.
No shit. I'm gonna have to look that episode up. I didn't know he played Johnny Cage. He would have been an excellent Johnny Cage, bro.
Yeah, I think so. He would have been better than Carl Urban.
Yeah,
I can tell you that right now. I mean, let me.
Fuck, bro? Did you see that shit? Wow, the frosted tips and everything. Like, nah.
Not feeling it. And honestly, it takes me back to, I don't remember if we were doing a stream or if it was a video on TikTok where somebody was coming right at our necks and was like, yeah, man, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all and it's like, look, if it's decent, we'll come back and we'll stand 10 toes down on the fact that we were wrong. But as of right now, the castings is off. The look, it's just not there. I'm just sorry, it's just not.
Yeah, he looks like a blend of fucking Chuck Norris and Jean-Claude Van Damme, bro. Not a good look.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna rock with it because
Scott Adkins would have been a much more preferable fucking pick, dude. And it's funny too because after that poster got leaked or it was revealed, guess what happens? All those cats that were in our comments now doing videos like, oh yeah, this motherfucker looks terrible. We fucking called it like 2 years ago.
We told y'all about this, so don't complain now. Yeah. And we got the receipts.
Yup. I'm gonna repost that video now, dude.
Yeah, because we said that was like, "You're gonna be eating your words when Johnny Cage," or whatever the fuck they said. And it's like, we're not even like coming at y'all, the people that were saying that we were gonna, we were gonna be wrong about this. But it's like, just look at that mock poster. It just doesn't. Chris Conrad looked more like he could be a Johnny Cage than Carl Urban. And Chris Conrad was only in the beginning of Annihilation, and they killed his ass off.
Yeah,
they killed his ass off. They at least tried. They got somebody. Like, I remember I was in the theater and I was looking, like, when they showed Johnny Cage in Annihilation, when he took the glass, I was like, that's not Lyndon Ashby.
Yeah,
but I'll let it slide. He's a stock guy. Yeah, I was like, I'll let it slide. I could see the likeness in the face. I get why y'all casted him, but he's not as tall. He's not as, like, his stature is way different. But I was like, I'll let it slide. Carl Urban, whew, his personality better. One of the things I said on Facebook and Instagram, I was like, the only reason Kano was able to shine is because the personality of Johnny Cage was not on screen. So y'all have to make Johnny Cage the best character in the whole movie. His whole, like, personality wise, he's got to pop. He's got to be a wisecracking, arrogant asshole that could still like beat the shit out of people. Like, it's no doubt in my mind Carl Urban will be cool physically, but just I just don't. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh man, I don't know. I just feel like that's a drop ball, dude. Seriously. When's that movie supposed to come out? This year or next year?
Let me see, because they still have yet to drop a trailer for this shit. And I've been waiting on the trailer, man. They teased the poster. They teased the Johnny Cage shit. It says October 24th. This is coming out.
This year?
Yeah. And
so that probably means
you
probably won't get a trailer till maybe April.
And it's a lot of characters in this movie. Like, I counted out, there is so many. This might have more characters than Annihilation had, or just as many, on some real shit. Yeah, it's a lot, bro. Like, you got fucking Johnny Cage is in this. Sonya's back in it. Liu Kang, Cole Young, Raiden, Shang Tsung, what's the name? Sub-Zero, who might be Noob Saibot. Scorpion's in here. Did I say Raiden already? Quan Chi, Kano's coming back. Baraka's in here. Kitana's in here. Melina's back in here. Sindel's in here. Shao Kahn's in here. Like, there's so many fucking characters in this movie. Kung Lao's coming back.
Yeah, I swear to God, dude, if Sindel does not come up to, like, the middle of the temple and says,
Jaxie's coming back. King Jared, I don't know who the fuck that is. I guess he's from the later games. Yeah,
these characters I don't even know. I know Quan Chi. He was in, like, I think the 64 Mortal Kombat game.
Mortal Kombat 4.
4.
Yeah, he looks like he's like an extra in the Subspecies movies. Like, he looks like he's like Radu's evil uncle or cousin or some shit like that. Yeah, Quan Chi was he was a tricky fucker though, man. I liked his special moves and all of that. But yeah, you got a lot of characters. Baraka, if y'all mess this character up again, you will never be forgiven.
Wait, again? When they do Baraka?
In Annihilation. Remember when Liu Kang came to rescue Kitana? It was Baraka, but it was two other of his Baraka, what is it, the Tolakan, whatever they are. Remember when the swords came out his arms? They looked terrible.
Yeah, they look like the fucking the claws from Origins. That's how bad they look.
It's bad when they did him. Yeah, he's in here.
You really want to do a watch along to that movie still, bro?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because let me tell you, I was definitely a little under the influence, and I remember watching a couple scenes on YouTube, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be amazing to tear apart this shit." Bro, you go back and watch Annihilation, just the pregame, and it is a joy to sit through, man, because they just don't care. They don't care.
Yeah. Who was it? Jackson Sector, or is it Jackson Cyborg?
Cyrax.
Oh God.
Yeah, Jax, I was trying to give a pass to Jax, but I'm just like there's one part I like where Jax, he tells Sonya, he's like, yo, you keep talking to me like that and I'm a split. Like, yo, watch how you talk to me. You called me. You know, I
Yeah.
was trying to get my arms done and you came in here with this nonsense. So I feel him on that, but I'm like, this, like a lot of, like the writing is so bad. James Raymar is so bad.
As Raiden. That's
Yeah.
a paycheck. That's a paycheck job right there for sure. We all know.
He's terrible in that movie. They had Rain in there to do nothing. They mentioned Cabal and Stryker. They didn't even bring him in the movie. They had Noob Saibot. Noob Saibot came out of Ermac's chest. Like how all of a sudden I'm like, they never could do that shit in the game. Like what? I don't know.
Oh,
They had
God.
3 reptiles.
3 reptiles. Oh shit.
Remember?
Yeah, I don't remember that movie.
Yeah,
Like last time I saw that movie was like back in '98, bro, on DVD. That was like one of the first movies that my stepdad bought.
Yo, Raiden was he was fighting. I think Sindel. Sindel hit him with like one of those projectiles out of her mouth. He flew through the bricks, and there's 3 reptiles in there, and that's when it's Ray Park doing the stunt work for Raiden because he's doing kicks and flips and all types of shit like that. Bro, it's hilarious. Yeah, he fights 3 reptiles in that movie.
Oh,
There's 3 of them for the price of 1. You gotta love it. It's gonna be a good time. I'm telling you, it's a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough, man. Holy shit!
It's a great one.
I gotta find the DVD so I can watch that shit. Oh boy! All right, so you ready? Any other movie news or anything you want to catch up on before we head into our main event?
I don't know. I guess we can jump into it. I feel like there was a movie I missed that just recently came out, but I don't remember.
Talked about Hard Eyes. I haven't seen Brave New World, Wolfman, Companion. I've seen that. That was a good movie.
Companion, is that with Jack Quaid?
Yeah, that's the one where he jailbreaks his sex bot.
Said he jailbreaks his sex. Yeah, so it's a remake of Mannequin, is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. It's yeah, pretty much. Actually, I didn't even make that reference when I did the review. I actually made the reference if the dude actually banged the robot in Ex Machina. Like, this is what would happen.
Yo, I was listening to I think Double Toasted. I was listening to one of their old reviews, and they were reviewing that movie, and they made it sound hilarious, yo. Like, what's his name? Oscar Isaac is in that movie, and he
does a disco dance with the 2 robots and shit.
So is it like I don't know? Is it worth?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, it's worth it.
He said yes.
Yes, it's worth it. It is a funny. There are funny bits, but it's also a really poignant commentary on AI, and it was ahead of its time. It's a really good movie, man. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's a British film.
Yeah. Donald
Alicia Vikander is in here. That's Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Alicia Vikander. Oh, she plays the robot.
Yeah.
Oh, so she was
born crazy movie.
Let me guess. He fucks the robot and he starts to get emotionally attached.
No.
Does he live in a compound or something? What is this? What is this, like, this building that he lives in? This shit looks.
So Oscar Isaac plays this tech billionaire, and he retreats to this fortress out in the middle of the jungle, where he compiles and creates his artificial intelligence, and he starts building robots. And then as it's revealed, you start seeing, oh shit, there's preferences to Donald Gleason's. So he hacked his profile, his searches, and see what he likes, and kind of modifies the robot to what he likes in women. It's pretty crazy. The whole thing is like he's supposed to test it and see if the robot can pass as a human or not.
This shit is it's a fucking Elon Musk biopic, is what this shit sounds like. overall, because
Yeah.
that's all his freak ass is doing in his $1 billion compound. Yeah, the pictures that they got of like this place that he's staying at looks crazy.
Yeah. It's like a fucking jail cell, bro. It's like a prison cell.
She looks kind of scary though. There's this one shot of her where she's like turning her head, and
Is she bald?
yeah, it's just her face, but you can see like the chromed out skeletal shit, and you can see like the neck. Like I don't know. He looks fucked up.
Yeah, that's a good movie, man. I highly recommend it.
No, I mean you highly recommended Martyrs too.
But Martyrs came with a warning. you keep over.
That's true. That's true. That is true, man. Oof.
Like I said, that was a warning, bro. Like, come on now.
Social media will not let me forget, because I always see that post where it's like, name one movie you only watched once and you'll never watch again. I'm like, it's Martyrs. Yep. I mean, it is also Audition, but I think it's like Martyrs is definitely in the running for one of those movies. I'm never going. It's no reason for me to watch it again.
Yeah, Martyrs would be one. 13 Samedi, another. Human Centipede would be another.
I would never watch Human Centipede again.
That movie, yeah.
That director's just fucked up. Like you're just doing this shit with no, like, there's no narrative, there's no story. You're just doing this shit just like literally doing this shit. Yeah, like I don't fuck about those movies, man.
I kind of appreciate it though, because it was a mad scientist movie, but when you get into the 2 and 3, like that's where it kind of gets like stupid for me. You know what I mean?
Cut
like,
it out,
it's like
cut it out, man. No. And he said he wanted to make another one, and he was like, "This will be something beyond what anybody has ever." It's like nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants him.
He made a movie called The Aona Club, right? And it's about these middle-aged women who get off out during world events. So what they do is that they turn on like disastrous events like 9/11, and they get off on that shit.
See what I'm saying? That guy needs to be.
Like, why?
He needs to be investigated. For sure. Like, I feel like if he made Human Centipede 4, it's going to be like an amusement park of just people that's attached to each other. Like the island of Dr. Moreau, where they're all over the fucking place, just connected to one another. Just, out of control, man.
No, he makes Human Centipede is like it's your ride is an amusement park, but one of the rides is like a roller coaster made out of the centipede.
Yeah, like he's that's the only way you're gonna get people to watch that shit. And I don't even want to give him no ideas. He's one of the people watching the stream, and he's just like, what a
he's jotting this shit down there. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, we want credit for that. Just give us the story credit. We'll be all right with that. Boost our profile.
Exactly. Give us the story credit, because when you want to make Human Centipede 17 and 18, our names is in them story credits, and we get checks for all that shit. I be trying to tell people, man, the story credits is very important to have. That's
exactly. It's underrated.
I was explaining, like my sister was asking me some stuff about like getting into like kind of like trying to get into the movie shit, and I was like, story credits are important to have, and I told her that Rob Cohen, who did the first Fast and Furious movie, he did an interview like a year or so ago, and he was talking about how, they've made like 10 of these movies and I don't see a dime from it. That's because you directed it. You didn't have, like, Gary Scott Thompson and Chris Morgan came up with that story and that script. They came up with those characters. Yep. They're getting checked for all this shit. If you would have had in on that, if you were smart enough to have in on that, then you would still be getting checks from these characters that are carrying on for like 2 decades now. And I was telling her, I'm like, yo, that shit is important to have your name on. Like, he sounded real bitter about it. I think that's why he went and made the Hurricane Heist. He made that shit.
Oh, is that the one with fucking oh my god, what's his name? Josh something? Where he plays like the armored truck guy?
Let me look it up, man. I've only seen it once, but it's gold, yo. That was Rob Cohen, like, I'll show them. Let me make a movie about a heist and a hurricane, and it is as over the top and as ridiculous as it sounds, yo.
I promise you.
He
probably saw Hard Rain. He's like, you know what? I could do that. better.
It's got Toby Kebbell, Maggie Grace, Ralph Ineson, Ryan Quant, Ben Cross. Ralph Ineson plays the Ineson. He plays like the main villain guy with the menacing voice. This motherfucker's got a menacing voice in every movie he's in. But I'm telling you, you have to watch the Hurricane Heist. It is so. You go into it. If you go into it expecting anything outside of what that title gives you, you have fucked up, yo. The moment you go in this, don't gravity, all that shit is out the fucking window. It's out the window. It is a disaster movie and a heist movie, low-key Fast and Furious movie. Like, he tries to do so much shit in this one movie, and it is hilarious. It's entertainingly bad, though.
It's, having story credit is also the equivalent of having your publishing to music. Just,
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're going to have that shit. People got to figure out how to, if you want to make sure you get money for your characters, you better make sure you added something to those characters so you can get that story credit or a script or a writing credit. So
exactly.
Yeah.
They don't understand, and it's not to try to play anybody out there. It is definitely. I'm still learning. We're still learning shit. But if there's one thing we know, that is so important, man. That's all I thought about when I heard that Rob Cohen had said that about the Fast and Furious franchise. It's like, you didn't write none of this shit, dog. Because you're the director. Like, if Steven Spielberg just directed a movie, he's not going to get credit for all the sequels that come after it. No, they might shout you out or something like that, but no, they're not going to. They're not obligated to pay you for that because you didn't put in on the writing.
Yeah.
God bless Chris Morgan and Gary Scott Thompson, man, because God damn, could you imagine, in 2001, yeah, man, we just going to write these characters, and you're on movie number 10 and a spinoff? What?
And video games?
Shit, I get to just sit back. It's like Chris Tucker and when he was talking about getting his checks in Dead Presidents, he said, I ain't got to do a goddamn thing except go to the mailbox, you dig? Give me my bread. I need all of that.
Chris Tucker still get paid that much from Dead Presidents?
No, I'm saying in the movie when he was talking about getting his military checks.
My bad.
He was talking about getting his military checks, and he was like, man, I made out like a fat rat over there, and he was like, because he got sick or something, and he was like, man, I get my check every month. I ain't got to do a goddamn thing except go to the mailbox. You dig? It's like that's like John Carpenter.
To go back to our earlier conversation, that is a movie I put ahead of Belly. Just saying.
Oh, all that. Listen, Dead President. That's a no-brainer.
That's an all-timer.
It's like a hood movie. It's a war film, and it's a heist movie all in one movie. And the Hughes brothers don't get enough credit for being as versatile as they are, man. The fact that they pulled that shit off, and they did From Hell and Book of Eli, I think they definitely, when you talk about those kind of guys, the Hughes brothers are definitely up there. I don't know what they've done recently.
They did the Continental. I know Albert Hughes did the Continental episodes for Peacock. So that's what Albert did. I don't know if Alan had no parts of it, but Albert definitely directed those 3 episodes.
I still haven't seen them.
So, well, there is a reason why you haven't seen them. It's because they're not good, which is unfortunate.
They're not. Do you even like the John Wick shit? Because I can't. I got to know who I'm asking here, man. Because don't tell me. Because I like the John Wick movies. The Continental looked dope, and I saw a trailer for Ballerina. I think it was like a teaser trailer, another trailer for it today, and I was like, damn, I got to go back and watch. I got to watch the Continental. I know it's only like 3 episodes or so.
The problem with the Continental is that it looks cheap. That's the problem. And some of the choreography is not crisp. So that's those are the 2 main issues. As far as Ballerina, I am not sure because I am not a fan of Ana de Armas. I think she was wrong for that role. I think Olga Kurylenko should have been Ballerina, not Ana de Armas, but I understand why you did that is because Ana de Armas has that name value and recognition. So I understand that. Yeah, she does. She's a
You
big
said
name.
Olga.
Caroline.
Olga.
Oh, she was the Russian girl in Max Payne.
Ugh. I mean, nothing against her, but goddamn, Max Payne is
Yeah, but but to me, that's where you would have seen her from. She played Mila Kunis's sister in that movie.
okay.
But she has been
Yeah.
in a lot of B movie action movies, just like Scott Adkins, and she can do a majority of her own stunts. She can handle firearms. She's an expert in Krav Maga. So I don't know why. And she's Russian. So
Oh, that's the girl from Quantum of Solace.
yes, yeah.
Okay. I didn't even see all of it, but I do remember seeing her in the trailers and the little clips I seen. She was in Hitman. She was in Max Payne. Oblivion. I found a copy of Oblivion. I still haven't watched
Is
that
that the
either.
Tom Cruise movie?
Yeah, Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman.
Yes. Okay. I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it. I just know it's probably just Tom Cruise running around on abandoned, desolate Earth. Seven
Yeah.
Psychopaths, Vampire Academy. Yeah, like Oblivion. I just assume that. I know it's like, oh, Earth is dead now and this, that, and other, but I just know it's Tom Cruise running. Tom Cruise hanging off his shit, flying off his shit. Just Tom being Tom. Tom gonna do Tom thing.
Yeah, he is. I can't wait for Final Reckoning. I'll tell you that. That's gonna be good.
I want to know who gonna die. Just tell me who gonna die. Let's just get it over
Ethan
with.
Hunt dies.
Feel,
Ethan Hunt
you think
dies.
so? They think they gonna go to James Bond route?
I hope so. I hope so because I think that's the only way that character really saves everyone that he loves and cares about. You know what I mean? Like that's the way to.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He did say, I don't know if he meant this like as far as a reboot or when the series continues on. He said that he wants like his successor to be what the fuck is the guy's name that was just in Twisters? Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
I was just like, who is this guy's agent? Where did he come from? Because Glenn Powell's in everything now. I'm just like, all right, you wrangled tornadoes and now you're in the Running Man, and I'm like what? Who is this fucking guy?
Okay, Glenn Powell, I will say this, like in the Running Man, he's got Edward Wright with him, so that has the potential of actually being really good. He offered a word. He was great in Maverick. He was good in Twisters. I do like his character, but he does seem to play the same guy.
In, Top Gun. Yeah, I haven't seen either of the Top Gun movies, to be honest. And I just found a copy Maverick. Of the. Yeah, I just found a copy of the original Top Gun in my closet, and I was like I left it out because I'm like, this might be okay to watch on like a semi-big screen TV. It was like, all right, maybe, but then I put it right the fuck back. I was like, I'm just not. Aviation does not tickle my fancy that much.
I will say, man, like the first 10 minutes of Top Gun is actually really good, and then you have like a 40-minute stretch of nothing but bullshit, and then like the last 20 minutes of Top Gun is actually really good. Maverick, however, is just fucking a thrill ride from start to finish. Like it is good start to finish. So
the trailer actually looked good. I was like, I don't know anything about these characters. I don't know anything about the story, but the sequences where they're all flying those jets, I was like, they look pretty decent. Like it looks like, again, it's Tom doing Tom shit, man. Tom is really in those jets, flying. Like he don't do stunt doubles at all. This is why we need him to be a variant of Tony Stark when the Avengers comes out again. Because he's really going to fly in that suit.
That would balloon the fucking budget so much.
He'll probably pay out of pocket. They'll be like, Tom, we can't do this. This shit's going to cost $1 billion. And he's going to be like, yo, I'll just put the money up myself to get this suit made. Like, we going to do this Tony Stark shit. Like, I'm going to be Tony Stark.
I wonder how different those Iron Man movies would have been if it was Tom Cruise. Like, I really wonder.
I feel like he wouldn't have the... I don't know, man. It's something about Robert Downey Jr.'s comedic timing that he's developed over the years, and I don't think Tom Cruise will be able to pull that off.
I mean, look at the Mummy.
Physically, Tom Cruise will do the stunts. Yeah,
look at the Mummy. Like he can't play that character. He can't play that character.
I saw the Mummy like a month and a half, 2 months ago, and I had to turn it off because I was so frustrated. I was talking to the screen. I was like, you, my friend, were supposed to be the one. You were supposed to be something. Like, you know how Obi-Wan tells Anakin, he's like, you were the chosen one. Like, that was, once they said, yo, we're going back to horror, I was like, bet. Like, and I don't care that the mummy's a girl. She looks badass. She looks scary. She looks cool. The trailer was cool, and the movie was shit. Movie was garbage. It was so fucking bad. Yeah, that is probably one of the most important movies ever because it lets you know, like, don't blow your wad too fast. Because they had the Dark Universe, they had everybody casted, ready to go. They saw the box office returns with that movie, they called everybody up, like, yo, change of plans. You guys... He just said cancel and just hung the fuck up. Like, cancel. We're not even gonna give you a speech. I'm getting all y'all on a conference call and just saying cancel and just hanging the fucking phone up. Yup.
That's how you do it, man.
That's salty. That's salty. I mean, it's not like any of them are hurting for any work. Like Johnny Depp's Johnny Depp. Javier Bardem's got Javier Bardem was about to be Frankenstein's monster. He's got Cape Fear coming. He's about to play Max Cady in a Cape Fear TV show. No bullshit. He's about to play. They've got, this is what they're talking about. They're rebooting Cape Fear as a TV series. Scorsese's behind it as a producer. Spielberg's behind it as a producer. Even with them, I'm like, I don't give a fuck because you don't get better than the Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte one. That shit is a masterpiece. But when they cast Javier Bardem as Max Cady, I said, okay, y'all got me. I'm going to watch this just out of morbid curiosity, and if it's bad, you're going to hear about it. If it's good, great.
Is this on?
But Javier Bardem, I think this is coming on, let me look it up. But then they're like, yeah, Patrick Wilson is in talks to play the husband role, and I'm like, come on, man. Like, you're basically going to be playing the same character that you were
in Insidious,
in
Conjuring.
Not even that. Like
any other fucking movie that you've been in.
Oh my God, what's the name of the fucking movie? Lakeview Terrace. You're the guy getting You're the guy getting terrorized. You and your family are getting terrorized. We've seen you do this shit before.
But don't you think because she kind of looks like a pussy? That's why?
Then that you just ain't gonna have the upper hand at all. Like Javier Bardem is just gonna beat the brakes off you. This whole this whole series. He's gonna fuck your wife. Yep. Amy Adams is playing the wife.
Who's playing the wife?
Amy Adams.
Amy Adams, really? Lois Lane?
Lois Lane, bruh. Yeah, they've only got those three casting. They don't have the daughter. They don't have the detective. They don't have no other casting news here. But I'm like Patrick Wilson, we could have done better than this, man. Amy Adams, all right. You ain't no Jessica Lange, but whatever. Javier Bardem is going to sell me on this. It's like the Fatal Attraction series, and I was like, all right, I'm only watching this for Joshua Jackson. Lizzie Kaplan, I love her, but you're not fucking with
Glenn Close.
You're not touching Glenn Close at all, and the series was awful. It's
Lizzie
bad.
Kaplan really played her? Really? That's crazy.
She's not. She doesn't. I mean, Lizzie Kaplan's not a bad actress at all. Like I said, I love her, but her as Alex Forrest, it just don't work. It does not work. She's crazy off the rip. Like, you know how Glenn Close, she made a transition into crazy.
Yeah,
like, even as far as how
slow progression.
Exactly. Her descent into madness. Lizzie Kaplan, you see her, she's automatically like, hi, umbrella. Like, she's just all, like stage 5 clinger shit. It's like, yeah, you're definitely not to be trusted at all. Like, she's crazy off the rip, but it's not a good series. All of this shit's coming back, man. They're bringing back all of the 90s thrillers, and I feel like they're going to
bring that shit back.
I was about to say the thrillers and the erotic thrillers. They're going to bring all that shit back. Single white female, like, that would only work as a reboot if it was a series. Hand That Rocks the Cradle's getting a reboot.
You got Rebecca De Mornay, like, no one can touch Rebecca's performance.
Guess who's playing her role?
Who?
What's her name? Micah Monroe from Long Legs, and It Follows.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah.
But guess who's playing the wife? Like the wife, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. That's when I said
Oh,
I'm on board for it.
okay.
I said I'm watching anything she's in.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, we're
Actually,
gonna do this.
those actually two solid castings right there. In my
I'm
opinion.
warming up to it.
Yeah.
I'm warming up to it.
Yeah.
I am warming
Yeah.
up to it.
I'm warming up to that too.
That's all they're
That's a
gonna
good
do
casting.
though. They're gonna remake all of this shit.
Huh. We should do an episode of remakes we want to see.
Like thrillers?
Or movies that we want to see as TV series.
Hmm. Yes. Yes, you should.
That'd be good. That'd be a good one. Because the Friday the 13th just announced that they're back in production.
For real this time?
Yeah.
Or is it like
No, for real this time.
it's like,
They got their Pamela. I just don't remember who it was.
oh, that's right. They got they're talking about getting fuck.
Yeah, I can't remember
Damn it.
her name either.
Yeah, man, and that
It's a big actress,
and I remember looking
though.
at
It's a big actress, and I'm like, okay. You got it?
Linda Cardellini? Linda Car
Oh,
Linda
yeah. Velma.
Cardellini.
Velma.
That's it. That's it. Because I remember I saw the actress and I was like, oh, her? But I have completely forgotten that she was Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies. And I was like, first of all, she was perfect casting as Velma in the fucking movies. Yeah. Second of all, I tried to, like, I don't really know her from too much to see her as Pamela Voorhees. Yeah,
she was in Grandma's Boy. And if I'm not...
That was her?
Yeah, that's her.
She was the girl, the main girl that the dude had, like, the dude was crushing on. Yo, that was her in that movie?
And I think she was also Marsha Brady in the remake of the Brady Bunch.
There was a remake
that was her.
Yeah,
in the 90s, remember? With Florence Shelley?
Oh, no. That was you thinking of what's her face? Christine Taylor.
That was get those two mixed
up. That was Christine Taylor. Because you see me, I was like, wait, they remade the Brady Bunch? I remember the two movies from the 90s. Wait, she was in Strangeland? Was she the daughter?
Yeah, she was the daughter that got picked up.
Oh, shit. She's been around for a minute, yo. Damn, that was fucked up. Strangeland. People, if y'all got to see Strangeland.
That is one underrated movie from the 90s, bro.
Man, it is. Whew,
way better than Fear.com. I will tell you that right fucking now.
I never even bothered with Fear.com, to be honest. Is that the one is that Frankie Muniz or is that Stay Alive?
That's Stay Alive. The Fear.com is the one with Steven Dorff,
right? Okay, yeah. I had the VHS and that shit just sat in my crib. I was like,
it was bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this? Wannabe fucking ring of the internet? It's basically what it was.
Yeah, I never even attempted, yo. Never even attempted to watch it. I guess that was like, they were like, yeah, we're going to be the new edgy thing of the internet horror. Like,
yeah,
I was like, all right, sure, whatever.
We went on a Friday night to Hollywood Video one night, man. That was the only one there. I was like, okay, let's just get that and a couple games and we'll just go. We put that shit on, man, and it was a snooze fest.
Udo Kier's in it. I know he died.
Yeah, but he's only in it for like 10 minutes.
Jeffrey Combs is in here. Udo Kier's like one of those actors like, look, man, I need 100,000 just to show up for 2 seconds.
No, I need 100,000 per word I say. That's why he doesn't have any lines.
Is he legend like that? Like, I know Udo Kier's a big deal, but is he like legendary like that that you think he could demand? Like, could he really demand a salary like that, movie wise?
I don't know. I was thinking about this one thing that I was reading about J. Cole, like how he charged 100,000 per word For a bird.
Fucking ridiculous. Per word? Like, yeah, you're tripping, dog. I'll do this. I'll do this. Yeah, I'll do this track
I'm like,
by
no way, that's
myself.
real. But to me, I was like, you know, that makes total sense on why he wasn't doing so many features back then.
Yeah, I wish somebody would. Like, you want what? Nah,
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
rewriting the whole thing for just me.
Udo Kier, though, like, he is a legend, but he's someone that would work with, like, up-and-coming directors and new directors. He's basically like Nick Cage. He just wants to work. So.
I'm about sick of Nicolas Cage, man. I'm sorry. Like, I got Udo Kier was in. He played Andre Toulon in Puppet Master, the littlest Reich wretch,
Yeah.
whatever.
Right, yeah. Which is a funny-ass fucking movie, but very, very offensive. Fucking great movie, though.
God, man, like, how fucking what is this? Like the 10th Puppet Master movie?
Yes. And then they made like fucking 6 more after that.
Is it really the 10th though? I was just taking a shot in the dark, but it
Yeah.
really is Puppet Master 10.
Yeah, it's really Puppet Master 10.
See, Barbara Crampton's in this shit.
You got the dude from Reno 911.
Thomas Lennon.
Yeah.
He was in Harold and Kumar. He was that annoying.